Hi, everyone. Welcome to Intuitive Insights. We're just getting the camera set up here. This is our first live on YouTube, so we're very excited and still just trying to figure out the kinks and understand how all of this goes. It's kind of flying by the seat of our pants here. I'm assuming if people, yes, we should see people over here on the right-hand side if they comment.
Yeah, so we're going to be pulling cards and whatnot, and I also have Facebook.
Oh, hi. we got all kinds of stuff going on right now.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So if anyone, we're going to eventually shut this part off for Facebook, but it's on to let you guys know to come over to our YouTube channel, which is Intuitive Insights with Kayla and Cassia.
Yeah. So hi, welcome everyone. It is the full moon in Virgo. And we're just really excited to be here, just feeding off of this energy right now. I think it's also helping. We live in the Northeast, so right now it's gorgeous outside. It's like 60. I think it's actually close to 70 degrees right now.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So that's really helping. It's sort of like the sun breaking through the clouds, which is interesting because we use that visual when we were talking, when we did the video we did on the Virgo full moon, of just, it's that clarity. It's like everything just feels more, it feels like spring.
Yeah. It's beautiful energy.
Yeah. It's beautiful, fresh. Really, actually it's wicked funny. It's kind of like what we said on the video too, like a breath of fresh air. I think, we don't know how it's been for everybody else. This week especially has been pretty intense. I've been really having a lot, and it's interesting. So, I'm fortunate that I also have a Virgo moon in my natal chart. So yay. So I'm very familiar with this energy, and I think it's, Kayla and I were talking beforehand, and it's not just me that it's hitting though. I think so it's probably a lot of you too, just this really critical, self-critical kind of energy that I've been in, just really releasing a lot of those fears around, perfectionism, being perfect,
definitely
putting myself out on a public platform and really judging myself more probably than anybody else has been judging me. And just
we're good at that.
Yeah, it can be really nerve-wracking when you put yourself out there in any type of way. And it's definitely been bringing up a lot of fears. And I think the energy of this moon has been doing that as well. So it's been a real process this week of having to take a step back from that perfectionistic energy and just be like, it's like, have compassion, like we talk about on here all the time. It's like, have compassion for ourselves. Yeah,
definitely around, for me personally, what I've been going through, and I feel like guided to share this with everyone, is that a lot of things that are coming up is, like you were saying, a lot of like self-judgments and perfectionism, which goes hand in hand with the Virgo full moon. But it's a really beautiful thing to acknowledge it and let it come up, because it doesn't define who we are as people. They're just thought forms that are coming up that are asking to be released. And that's really beautiful. So I just want to remind anyone that's coming in that we will be pulling cards. So just, if you'd like for us to pull a card for you, or would like to know anything, then just shoot us a message in the chat below, and then we're eventually gonna shut this off and just do it on YouTube. But
so anyone on Facebook right now, please come on over to YouTube. And if anyone has any questions, just general spiritual questions, anything about any of the videos that we've done, the ascension process, anything that you're going through, and definitely if you want guidance and you want to pull some cards and stuff like that, it's very, very free form kind of thing that we're doing right now. Like whatever comes up just kind of going with the energy.
I did notice that even though there's a lot of like mental forms, like thought forms that are coming up, that the energy still isn't as intense as like the Leo full moon that we had in some regard. Because there's still like that grounding aspect versus very like grounded, the fire aspect.
Oh, because we had the fire trine and all that stuff going on during the Leo full moon. Yeah, so it's definitely a more, I think, like, I wanted to say, so I guess I will, more of like an introspective kind of energy, and more, it's sort of like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just going with the way that I'm feeling right now. Yeah. Like, I am definitely feeling social, and like, I would like to get out there. I think it's the weather has a huge part to play in that too.
Yeah, probably.
But, you know, wanting to get out there, but it's more of like an internal, just like, almost like I can breathe for the first time all week. Like,
yeah, because that release is just coming up now as well. So,
hi, Tommy Green.
We love you
nice
so
to
much.
See you. We love you. Tommy is our love.
Yes.
One of these days I have a feeling that Tommy may come on here with us and, you know, talk a little bit. He's great. Wonderful. Good to see you. Yes. So much freedom.
Oh, I know.
That's really, it's that liberating energy. And just,
so true. Oh,
it's sort of, so when we were doing the video, we were talking about the clarity that was going to come through.
Yeah.
And I feel like right now, what I was expecting was like these divine flashes of insight and stuff like that. But more what I'm feeling right now is just like a clarity of soul, of spirit. Like my spirit feels, I wanted to say less cluttered.
Well, yeah, and that's a lot of the things that are being released too, and that I feel like that's why I personally have been experiencing just like listening and observing my thoughts that are coming up, because spirit is just flushing out all those things. And then I also, as we were talking prior, I want to bring up the integration thing that we talked about too.
Yeah,
with right now. How kind of what's happening with the integration of new energy. So, like from my own belief and perspective, when we receive intuitive insight or downloads or whatever wording you want to call for, but basically information, it comes in from the top, and then it comes in and it anchors in, and then it kind of like navigates through the mind before it's anchored into the being, which is more of like a feeling. So like that feeling of freedom and like that feeling of embracing like your soul.
Yes, and that's what we're doing right now. That's the level of integration we're at with this. The clarity, we feel the clarity.
It's true.
Yes, so I love that. It's like all week, the downloads and all those insights have been coming in. It's just they've been presenting themselves in all different ways. Sometimes they've been presented like our insecurities coming up. These belief systems coming up. Yeah, but
they're just, it's like they're just being cleared away as that newer energy is anchoring into the heart. And then it's
almost like the distraction that allows that process to happen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's just there, and we're feeling that energy.
Yeah.
It's really, really beautiful.
Oh my goodness. I'm just so grateful.
Yes. So grateful
for that. And just the reminder, because it is easy to forget in the process of having those things be released, because there can be a lot of questioning of like, what's true, what's not true. Can I trust myself? And, you know, whatever, anything that comes up. And it's so beautiful because, I mean, I'm at the point now where I can see the difference and I see the difference. I was distracted by Tommy. I love you. I can feel that it's not, that there's going to be a clarity at the end of it. So I can observe it, and I still do get attached to certain things. And then, you know, go down the rabbit hole with that. But it's so beautiful because this full moon is really, you're going to really, will be feeling like that, just that heart. Yeah. Like, just like, oh my gosh, it's here. Like I knew it, but now I feel it. And it's such a different, feeling. I don't know.
It's a different experience.
Yeah.
It's a different experience for sure. I really like that. Sorry, I wasn't trying to distract. I want it to be easier for us to read. So we're doing the technical adjustments at the same time, but we can multitask. We got this.
Actually, I'm going to go like this.
There we go. All right.
And then I'm going to put this over here.
Ah, yes. Okay. All right. All right. We're getting some shit figured out right now.
Look at us go.
Hi. Oh, it's so surreal seeing all these different angles of yourself while you're talking and trying to figure out what to do. Yeah. It's...
It's like airbrush.
Oh yeah, no, it's not airbrush. This is what we look like. This is what we look like.
Of course, I'm just kidding.
We woke up like
that.
This.
Didn't happen.
No, my camera has a great, or my laptop has a great camera.
It really does.
So yeah, a lot of lighthearted energy today.
Yeah.
I feel like just a lot of that joyful energy, which is beautiful because we were talking about that, of like bringing in more joy.
Yeah.
And just kind of living in that energy. And it can be challenging sometimes for some of us. I know personally for myself, like I've had to work at becoming, like I'm not, okay, words have power. So I'm not going to say what I was just going to say. I will say that it was a process for me to get to the point where joy became a more natural vibration for me. And I did a lot of work around that. I was, I think I got a lot of earth energy in my chart. I got that Virgo, that strong Virgo energy in there, a very rational, grounded, but like almost too realistic and a little bit. I came into this life, I think, with kind of a jaded sort of vision of the world. I think maybe a reflection of, just heavy past lives and that energy that all the energy that we've been releasing that's giving us this lightheartedness. When I was younger, I didn't really have that, even as a small child.
Oh, I did. I was a weird ass kid. Like literally, I was like, oh my God, I would wear the weirdest clothes to school. Like I used to put my hair in rainbow elastics like a unicorn.
Oh my God. Yes, of course you can. Of course you can. Oh my God, you know what that just reminded me of?
What?
When I was in 7th grade, I used to draw a little red dot on my forehead. I didn't even realize back then that it represented the third eye.
That's so
But
weird.
I used to do it with a Sharpie. Like, yeah, I was a little weird too. Awesome. Although for anyone who is unaware, one of the definitions of weird in the dictionary is actually godlike. So
I like it.
Yes,
I'll take that.
Yeah, weird is a beautiful, beautiful energy to embrace, and I think a lot of us. And that's why we were talking about that. That's so funny. Is we're coming into this understanding of embracing what it is that makes us unique and different.
Yeah.
And not feeling as though we have to hide away that aspect of ourselves anymore because it's not congruent with maybe what society thinks is acceptable, or, being worried that people are going to judge us for expressing our uniqueness and our individuality. We're really coming into that season of being like...
Yeah, and that's why a lot of the belief systems are being released, because a lot of those are programmed by other people or what other people said or anything of that nature. And it's really cool to have the awareness that we can be anything that we want, and just by embracing our authenticity, but kind of developing what that is, and like sitting with self and being like, well, what is my authentic self? And like, just like, what would I be doing if I wasn't afraid of what people would think or, judgment or anything like that. So that's really cool with the Virgo full moon, because that energy is very much about, it's a really beautiful energy, but specifically like the perfectionism, and then the feelings of like kind of being in control of that. It's really being released, and that's so amazing. And that freedom, like we were talking about, is coming through.
Yeah. So, and I think another thing that's being released or that's being highlighted, especially where we also have this Sun conjunct Neptune going on, is this whole martyr kind of energy.
Oh my God,
Virgo is the servant. It's the virgin, the martyr. And then Neptune and Pisces energy is also very much about that service to others and the collective. And so we want to be really careful, or we want to just kind of look and observe and see where we're being drawn, maybe to do that a little bit less in our lives, if that is something that's coming up for us, because I think for some people that's going to be highlighted as well. Like, how do I honor myself?
Yeah.
While at the same time honoring others and honoring whatever it is that my mission and my purpose is in this lifetime, because it's a balance. Yeah,
not everyone can hear what you feel guided to say. And it's really having discernment around, is this, am I saying this because I'm trying to change their belief system and have them see it from my point of view, to receive like validation on what I'm saying? Or am I saying it based on the awareness that maybe spirit wants to speak through me, or is speaking through me to them? So because I have something that they need to hear. And even just saying it like that, I feel resistance to, but it is hard to explain.
So you're talking about speaking your truth. Is that's where yeah.
And then like maybe why you're doing it, or why you feel, like why you're feeling guided to do that. So I don't know why that came up, but
somebody's going through that right now.
Yeah.
You know, so
perfect. I think the reason why I was saying that is because it has a lot to do with the belief systems too, and confronting or coming across a lot of people that don't see things the same way that you do. And sometimes it's appropriate to share that, and then sometimes it's not, because the other person may not be able to hear what you have to say, and the defenses will come up and prevent them from hearing you in general. So just belief systems in general are just so fascinating.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
We've had so much coming up with that.
Oh my God.
And just sifting through those old beliefs, and those, it came up the other day. I was talking about someone with the whole idea of dual belief systems.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And how like my old belief systems are on their way out, but they're still sort of affecting me to a point, and it's sort of like straddling two worlds right now.
Yeah.
And, I'm just having the faith that as I continue to anchor in this new consciousness and these new belief systems, the old ones will continue to fade away.
And it's almost like that's like your authentic belief systems, if there even is such a thing, rather than what you've been told. So it's like not even really the old. It's actually, I just was feeling that when you were saying that, I'm like, it's actually clearing out the new belief systems, so the original ones can be remembered.
Yes, the original. Well, the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is such a weird word.
Yeah, too. Even just beyond a belief system. Maybe. Oh, we're on to something there. Clearing out the whole belief system in general. This template of having these systems of belief, and instead anchoring back into that truth.
It's actually really important to not hold on to any belief systems. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about with Erin this morning. I was like, I really try to avoid latching on to any belief system, because then what happens is my ego starts to identify with it, and then I latch onto it, and I create it as like, well, this is who I am because this is what I believe. And it's like, okay, like that's a little dramatic.
What I know about the truth is always subject to revision.
Yeah, which is a great place to be.
Yeah, that's the space we want to be in, because that's exactly it. Like as soon as we develop a new belief, like that's great, but that can trap us as well.
Yeah,
we need to always be open to allowing that to expand and grow as we get new information and new insights, and we step into a new version, because the truth is always subject to change. It's
just based on perception and belief.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of what is coming up for this one, like we talked about. It's like just releasing and observing, and I love it. I just think it's so amazing and so fascinating how the mind works.
The mind is such a fascinating. I want to say hello to Awaken Together. I saw your comments there. Yes, that is. And I believe if you go in the dictionary, that definition is in there as well, the godlike.
Really?
But yes, yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, but thank you. And it's great to see you as well, joining us. But going through all of those belief systems and filtering that out and being open, just staying in a state of openness and receptivity, and just being the student.
Yeah.
Being always the constant student of life.
Yeah. Yep. Even as a teacher, you're always a student, and that's really important to remember.
Yes. Yes. We are both the teacher and the student.
Yeah.
Always. And when we can approach things that way, being the teacher in the way of, sharing openly what we've learned and our experience and our perspectives, and then being that student. So also just being open to hearing other people's perspectives and experiences, and always being willing to fashion a new consciousness and a new perception, and being open to that continually shifting and changing as we do.
Yeah, exactly. Which is actually a belief system in itself, oddly enough.
I know. It's a belief system.
Damn it. You win some, you lose
some.
some.
Shit, what are you gonna do?
I know. We're human. Being intellectual is
it's cursed. Yeah, that's that Virgo energy too.
I know. Oh my God. Like, I'm already intellectual. I don't need that. I don't. I'm like, bring me to my heart. This is too much thinking.
Yeah, it is. And it's an interesting combination because we definitely have, we have Mercury stationing direct today as well in Aquarius, which is an air sign. So that's another intellectual energy, but we've still got that heavy Neptunian and influence going on. So we've got that sort of that undertone of that intuitive sort of energy kind of overlying everything.
Isn't Neptune, can't that also be something like a lot of illusions?
Neptune is, yes, the planet of illusion. Yeah. So that's where we have the perfect balance going on right now, because we have the illusion, but we have all this grounded logical sort of and earthy energy that's balancing that out and helping us find that equilibrium in between the two, where we're not getting drawn too far into either one, which has been what this whole Mercury retrograde season has been about, teaching us how to do. How do I flow in that space where I'm using my logic, but it's guided by my intuition?
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. And another thing, I was just actually reading that by Awaken Together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so true.
Our perspective is one perspective of billions available to choose from. Yes, God witnessing itself through all of our... Yes, exactly.
I love that. I love the perception of we are source separated into individual beings experiencing different aspects of itself.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful thing to think about. Sometimes I go outside and I observe everyone that I'm seeing. And I just think, how cool is it that source, which is, us, gets to experience all of these different experiences of what it is to be human, or what it is to have this existence, not to mention all the other existences on other planets and other galaxies that it's experiencing simultaneously, and just all the everyone's life experience, because of that, their perception and the things that they go through is so different, and it's just so fascinating and so cool and powerful.
I do that too when I'm at work, or when I'm at the mall, or just anywhere in general. I'm just like, wow, like, you're so fascinating.
All these people having these different experiences, and like
just watching them, and I know that sounds so creepy, but also
it's creepy, but it's magical.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man. So what do you think we should do? You think we should pull some cards?
Yeah, I was just thinking
get some energy.
Yeah. So again, if any of you would like a card, or would like some guidance in regards to this full moon, or anything for that matter, just send a message to us in the chat, and we'll take a peek at it.
Yes, and a reminder again, if any of you are on Facebook, come on over to YouTube.
Yes.
If you have any questions or anything.
Yep, questions are always good.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. We'll start with these.
Oh, I love those cards.
Right?
Yeah, we did a beautiful reading with those cards for the Virgo moon video.
Yeah.
Marianne Williamson.
Yeah. Miracle cards. The Spirit, what is coming through for the people that are tuning in? What can you say? What do you have to show us in regards to this full moon in Virgo? All right. Spirit. Might just have to, there we go. There's one. The need for love.
And the flowers, again, they're similar. We had all of those white lily-like flowers in the last reading, too.
Okay, it's universally accepted that children need love, but at what age are people supposed to stop needing it? We never do. We need love in order to live happily, as much as we need oxygen in order to live at all. Wow, that's so beautiful. The need for love. I feel like what this is talking about is connection in general.
Mm-hmm.
So the need to connect to source, to your soul, to whatever you want to call it. Labels are just labels, but the need for that love and giving yourself that love.
Yeah.
In regards to like
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, the beliefs and all of that coming through. And while you're in this huge process of remembering who you are as a person, remembering that you actually are love and the need for love, but it's like you are love, and remembering that you are love.
Mm-hmm.
The essence of you is whole and complete within itself already. And whatever you're going through right now, or whatever, I mean, it's just finding love in everything, finding love, and like you were saying, in nature, and that's a lot.
Seeing everything through the eyes of love.
Oh, that's been coming up. This came up in our other reading too, which is really cool. The future of the planet. The decisions we make today, individually and collectively, will determine whether the planet goes to hell, and this, I believe, is talking about consciousness, to hell or goes to heaven. The critical choices lie in our own hands. So I remember I heard once someone say, the most important decision you'll ever make is the next decision that you make. That's the most important decision.
Interesting.
Right?
I've never heard that before.
Even if whatever, if you're deciding, it could shift everything. And that's what I talk about in the parallel realities or like timelines. It's maybe you choose to wait 5 minutes to leave the house because you're looking for something, Cassia.
Oh, just me. Just me.
And then like you miss a car accident or something, or it's just anything. We just never know what could happen. And that's why meditation is really important as well, because it creates the reaction time between thought and action. It creates that space between there so that you have a moment to process rather than think, act. That's the subconscious mind going, which that's the moon, the feminine, the subconscious. It tends to just, think, act. But when we stop for a minute and we begin to, like, how you're saying, like, what are you choosing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's like very much that type of energy. Yeah. Whatever you're choosing, it affects our planet as a whole. And
our choice, and it's choices, everything's a choice, right? So, like, what I decide to make next to eat.
Yes.
What I decide to do, like, once this live is over, what am I doing with my time after that? What book am I deciding to read? Who am I deciding to call?
Yeah.
How am I deciding to take every little decision? It's not just, the big stuff. It's every little thing that I do is a choice.
Yeah. What are you going to put in your body? And not to overthink it, but just when it comes up, and maybe the indecisiveness comes up or something like that. It's like, what am I choosing? And as you choose that, it's not just as simple as choose exactly love. That's how we create. That's how we're creating this new paradigm, this new consciousness, is by choosing love in every situation, but really just asking self, is this in my highest good?
Yeah, because everything we do is a choice. Everything we do is a choice. So we are,
and therefore we can't play the victims of things that happen to us either, because somehow we're, not in most cases. That's true. And, a lot of the times there are situations where that's not the case, where people are in their own energy, and then other people try and project their own energy onto you, because when you're standing in your authenticity, that that's not you. That is just that person's mental projections, and that we don't have to always take on other people's energy and be like, how is this stemming from me? I just feel the need to say that, because not everything specifically is a mirror, and maybe a mirror of like some aspect of you from whatever time ago. But
but everything is a choice. Yeah. So even like, say somebody calls you or somebody lashes out at you, still how you react to that is a choice.
Yeah.
I may not choose every situation that comes into my reality, but how I react to that is a choice that I'm making. And saying anything different is just an excuse. I mean, not to be harsh, but yeah, it is. It is. You know, it is. Yeah. And maybe the lesson around that is showing me how I react. What am I still choosing? You know, if something comes into my reality that's not a vibratory match, what am I choosing? Am I choosing to still engage with that? Am I choosing to not? You know, how am I choosing to act from a place of love and compassion, or am I choosing to react? Everything's an opportunity for us to gauge where our vibration is at, and an opportunity to choose something different if it's not where we would like it to be. You know, if my initial knee-jerk reaction is to react negatively to something, you know, at least I can, if I have that little pause, then I can decide, wait, okay, so this is still, I see that this is still my go-to. Yeah. So I still have some healing to do around that. However, if I'm able to pause and choose something else, then I know that I'm that much further along in that journey toward healing that aspect of myself.
Yeah, and there's always a push-pull with things of like that too. It's like it takes a long time to deprogram certain things. So just having love for yourself and compassion for yourself in the meantime, it's like we may be working towards integrating something, and we're taking these actions that we feel are in alignment with what we want, or what it is that's coming through for intuitive information. But if, we're engaging in other things too, it's just having love and compassion for yourself and acknowledging that, and accepting yourself and loving yourself in that moment. Because when you love yourself in that moment, you're integrating that aspect of your soul rather than rejecting it and, saying, whatever, just rejecting it basically. But yes. And that could be another reason why that stuff's coming up too, is to bring love to that aspect and then integrate it in.
Yeah. Because when we allow ourselves to have that experience and to accept whatever is coming up, that is the key to integration. Yeah. So I think that's a really important point. Yeah.
Yeah. So what came out next was a healthy society. So we have a healthy, vital society is not one in which we all agree. It is one in which those who disagree can do so with honor and respect for other people's opinions and appreciation of our shared humanity.
So that's what you were kind of talking about earlier. Yeah. That's pretty much exactly what you were talking about.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm really not going to go into detail about that because I feel like it already.
Yeah, that's basically just confirmation.
Yeah.
Right there.
Which, I mean, that's what cards are in general, but they're just really fun. So yeah. I like to do them. Yeah. But they always reflect what we're talking about anyways.
Yeah.
At the moment. That's why I like doing them at the end.
They really do.
Because it's like we bring it in and then we read the cards. And
and I have to say, I'm really feeling the need for love. Like, honestly, really, I've worked on self-love a lot lately, and I'm in a really good place around that. But sometimes I think another aspect of that card is just like, it is fun to express that love with other people.
Yeah, I know.
And sometimes we do need that.
Yeah.
And so, I mean,
share the love, baby. I know. I love
you. And we love all of you. We do.
So very much.
Yes.
So these two cards just came out together, which are opportunity, our work, and opportunity, which is really cool. So many opportunities in our work. So I'm just going to read them first. So we have our primary work in life is to love and forgive. Our second work is our worldly employment. The meaning of work, whatever its form, is that to be used to heal the world. Our corner of the universe is our own life, our relationships, our homes, our work, exactly as they are. Every situation we find ourselves in is an opportunity perfectly planned by God to teach love instead of fear.
Oh, we were just talking about that
too. Okay, awesome. So with the choice, with the most important decision is the next decision. And that's what this is talking about. It's in regards to just every moment that you're in is an opportunity for you to love and forgive yourself, which is explained in this card, which is amazing.
Yeah. Choose love and forgiveness.
Yeah, and every moment.
Yes.
Go away.
Technology.
I know. The battery might die. All right, so we're going to pull a couple cards from the Moonology Oracle cards. And also anyone on Facebook, we're live on Intuitive Insights with Kayla and Cassia right now. So if you want to jump over there, that would be lovely. All right, Spirit. So in regards to the Virgo full moon, what is going on? What can you share with us? Anything else? All righty. All right. Expect powerful change.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes. I love that.
Yes. Is that the eclipse card?
Yeah.
Yep. New moon eclipse.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Which we have been feeling. There are huge, powerful changes and freedom, which is amazing. Yeah. And it's so many different perspectives that can be looked at. But you'll know what this means to you because it's really going to be different for everybody. Mm-hmm. You're very close to achieving your goal. Wow. So don't give up.
Right. Yes.
Just keep going, keep doing what you got to do. And that's why we were talking about engaging in maybe vibrational energy or whatever that, you're essentially aware that you maybe want to move away from. It's just like, keep staying persistent with yourself and committed to, being the best version of yourself every day. And nothing is a mistake and everything happens for a reason. Oh, I love you, Anne. And it's just continuing to keep your goals in mind and knowing that it's right there, that these changes are coming through, that the things that you're maybe questioning are just there to show you something. So again, it's different for everybody.
Yeah. And a lot of times right before we have that big breakthrough, all of our fears and our insecurities and all of that stuff come up.
Yeah.
Like our blocks will come up so that we can move through those and get to the other side where all of this is ready to come in.
Yeah. It's time to release negativity.
Yes, we've been getting that card a lot.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the blocks.
Yeah.
Releasing all of that which is not of resonance with what we're moving toward.
Yeah. Thank you, Tommy. So great. Yes. Yeah, just releasing any negative belief systems, really. Mm-hmm. And just continue to allow that to release. I noticed you looked at that.
Yeah. Don't let your past hold you back. So just more of that confirmation about releasing all of that which no longer serves, on every level of being, the mental, the physical, the spiritual, whatever is in our environment that is no longer serving a purpose, releasing that with love, the love and the forgiveness.
Yeah.
And just, allow moving through that to the powerful changes that are waiting, that are coming.
Yeah, I love that message.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful. So I also want to do some...
And this is a full moon, so it is a great time for releasing. Traditionally speaking, that's big energy of the full moon, is releasing that which we're ready to let go before we usher in the new cycle with the new moon. Cycles and phases, baby.
Yeah, always. Just roll with the punches. Because if you don't, then it'll be probably painful. Take it from my own experience.
Yeah.
So this is the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. We're gonna get some guidance from the Ascended Masters and see what they have to say about this. So I'm asking that the Ascended Masters come through and share some guidance with us in regards to this full moon.
Odin. Again, Odin.
Yeah. Psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Well, do you remember what one we got this on?
Very recent. I might have. Was it the full moon of Virgo reading? No, because we only use these cards for that. So before that, the 3/3 portal, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. It makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Your third eye is open.
Yeah.
See the truth for what it is. Wow.
Yep, we're being given that clarity, and we have that vision, and now we have that clarity. Yeah. And it's I just had that same visual of what you were talking about, of the downloads.
That's weird, because I literally was just thinking. I was just thinking about that.
Yep. This is that process of that integration, and then once we integrate that, then we act from that place.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. Because the heart's the magnetic, the feminine, the mind is the electric, the masculine. Yeah. And then that's how we're going to be able to start receiving it, because we've been putting it out there, right? The universe. Mm-hmm. And now we're receiving.
Yeah. From that open heart space.
Yes. Thank you, Tommy, about that, because you're the one that told me about it. All right. So we have Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. So another card about intuition, trusting in that. And then increased awareness goes right in alignment with the third eye.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. Having your third, I mean, from my own experience and from what I've heard, it's like having a third eye awakening can, unless like there's a lot of awareness around why it's happening, it can be intense.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's where all of our illusions are, right? And then that's where they're released out of.
Yeah, and I mean we're seeing and hearing through something that's not connected to our physical senses,
right?
So it can feel. I would imagine it would feel kind of like you're going crazy.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
Who am I?
Everything is an illusion. That should be like the banner or not the quote. I forget the word is that I can't think of the word I'm trying to find right now, but like the slogan for the ascension process.
I know.
You're not going crazy.
Oh my God, I know.
Because that is really what it feels like.
It does. That's why having guidance like this, and that's why we do these things, is to put the information out there that it's beautiful, and just roll with the punches.
Yeah.
The Shekinah, right? Is that how you say it? Am I
saying
it?
I think so. That sounds right to me.
The Shekinah, sacred self.
It's fun to say like that, so we're going to go with it.
I know. It's awesome. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. So learning your own rhythm. What is your rhythm?
Yes.
What do you sound like? What do you feel like?
Yeah.
What is your rhythm? Like oh my God, I'm such a fucking weirdo. I literally do the weirdest shit when I'm by myself in my room.
Oh, perfect.
I love it.
Yeah.
So it's like dance.
I was just thinking about dance earlier today. Yeah. Movement of the body.
Yeah.
We're very much in an energy of the body right now. We're in that Virgo energy.
Yeah. That dancing is also going to help anchor in that that energy too. Because it's just like intuitive movement and just doing whatever the body asks for.
Yeah.
And just and it's fun because it's like if the judgments come through, which they will, just like, that's why I just want to do it by yourself at first, and then eventually you just won't care. But it's nice because it releases that in like a safe place. So we have Krishna, devotion, being devoted to your spiritual path. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Yeah, and then that's like that. Actually, it goes in alignment with this one. You're very close to achieving your goal.
Yeah,
and then your commitment is being recognized because you're committed to the evolution of your soul. It's like you are being rewarded by the universe. You are going to start receiving things. We don't do them because we're going to be rewarded, but that's just how it happens. Is like once you bring value, when you begin to bring value to the world, then you just automatically start bringing in this abundance because the universe responds to what you're emanating and what you're giving out. And so because your commitment is being recognized and you're following your inner guidance and your spiritual guidance and being of service, then those things are coming in. So remembering that. It's definitely important. And Bridget,
yeah.
Okay. Inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have power. Yeah, so claiming that power and recognizing how strong you actually are. Recognizing your strength, acknowledging your strength, really looking at yourself and giving yourself some credit for everything that you've achieved and everything that you do on a regular basis. Because you are staying committed to that, and that's beautiful. So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are being loved and you are being guided. You are being supported every step of this journey. Every step of this journey. And sometimes it may not feel that way. And it's just, this is a reminder, you know, for anybody watching that, like, spirit has your back. And everything that you've been doing is being recognized. And every way that you're stepping into your authenticity, that you're bringing value to the world, that you're finding that value within yourself and allowing that to shine outward. Like, that is all being seen and recognized. You are seen. You are loved.
4 on the clock.
4. Yeah, 404. Yeah. You know, you're loved and you are supported always. And it is, you know, as we step into that role and we step into our power and we begin to be of service and shine our light, you know, we're gifted with more. We were talking about that earlier too, how we step into, we're gifted with more, which brings a higher sense of responsibility. So we step up to the plate. And then as a result, we're gifted with more, which brings more responsibility. And again, we step up to the plate. And it's just this beautiful cycle of the more we give, the more we receive.
Yeah, but releasing that we don't do it because we're looking for something in return. That's that's like the trick to it.
Yeah, it's intent.
Yeah,
the intent.
And it's like, why are you doing it? And then dropping into your heart space as well. So
perfect. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna shut this Facebook off. So if any of you are on here still, you can jump over to
come over to YouTube.
Intuitive Insights with Kayla and Cassia.
Yes. All right. Let's check out the comments here. Yeah. It's interesting to see. This is just so fascinating. Oh, okay. So we can see there we've got, what is that, 5 people on?
Yeah, I know, right?
We love all of you.
All of you.
Yes. This is so fascinating, just this whole experience of doing this.
Isn't it fun though?
Yeah, it's really fun. I really like it. If anybody has any questions or anything like that, definitely I can see this being like really, really fun.
Oh yeah.
And becoming more,
we're gonna definitely be doing it more.
Yeah.
We don't have a set day and time yet, but I'm sure that we will figure something out.
Yeah.
Or we'll just go on whenever spirit tells us to.
Yeah, I mean that always works too. It's just following that inner guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this energy. I'm excited for it. I think it's just that ebb and flow of coming back into trust.
Yeah.
And allowance and just being compassionate and patient with ourselves and with this process. That's been a big thing that I've been going through recently, is just, allowing, like, respecting myself and giving myself credit for the process that I'm going through. And, anytime that we do anything in life, I think we tend to really be critical of ourselves and expect so much from ourselves. And sometimes it's hard to remember to really, like, we gotta, like, give ourselves a pat on the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
I tend to, that Virgo energy comes out and I want to pick everything apart about myself and how I'm doing things and how I'm presenting. And it's just like, it's not productive at all. It's that once we get into that vibration of judgment, that starts shutting everything down. So it's instead just shifting the perspective and being like, how amazing is it, that we have the courage to do whatever it is that we're doing, to take the risks, that we're taking. Like, that's beautiful. That's an absolutely beautiful thing. And yeah, anytime anybody puts themselves out there in any aspect and takes a risk, it is really scary, but it's so brave and it's so beautiful. Wherever it is in your life that you're doing that, or that you've been thinking about doing that, the energy is here to support that. And it's a big deal. I think we don't celebrate our accomplishments a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's like just another thing checked off the list.
We're just so easy to...
It's like, moving on. Okay, did that. Awesome. Good job. Moving on. It's like, wait a second. Like, how about we stop and recognize how much work that took and how much energy and like the commitment that we made to it.
Right.
The commitment is a big deal.
Yeah.
Just committing to something and doing it, even when we feel the resistance, even when we feel like, not doing certain things, but we commit to our soul and we commit to what we want to offer this world, because each of you has something really beautiful and special to bring to the world, and just embracing those aspects of you is all you need to do.
Yeah.
So
find your joy.
Yep.
Find your joy. Find wherever that dance of life is taking you.
I know.
And just move and flow with that.
I know. I'm seriously so excited because I can feel, I feel like we're going to have some people reaching out in regards to this powerful shift that's happening tonight and into the next couple of days, because I can feel it coming through the heart space. And I'm so glad that we're talking about it, because it's like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I love that part. Maybe not so much the releasing part is not my favorite, but also it feels really good to know that we made it through, right?
Yeah.
Anything.
Absolutely. It's very on the other side of that, it's very empowering. It's very empowering. And the releasing bit that you brought that up again, I'm definitely taking a salt bath tonight, I think. Yeah. Anybody who's never done that before, it's a great way to release energy. Draw yourself a bath, throw in some pink salt, some sea salt, some baking soda. Somebody yesterday I was talking with, and they said they throw some apple cider vinegar in there too. Get creative with it.
I've done peroxide before too.
Yep, peroxide, yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things that you can do to help cleanse your body and kind of bring in that energy, like full moon rituals, like the writing of things and burning it. And that's really fun, lighting a candle. And sometimes I connect with my ancestors, and I can feel like the heart energy come through for that. But it's really cool because it's whatever works for you. Yeah. Sometimes I paint for like a ritualistic kind of thing and just to honor something.
And meditation tonight with all of this energy, all of this insightful, just beautiful, gorgeous, intuitive, inspirational energy that we have. Like, meditating would be a great way to really harness that.
Yeah, meditating is my favorite thing. It is the key, like literally.
Yeah, we talk about the key all the time.
I know.
That's so funny. Oh my God, I just had boom.
What?
The key, we talk about the keys to the castle, right?
We do.
That's the key to the castle.
Yeah.
Meditation.
Yeah.
That's it.
Really
if there's one thing that you do tonight, if there's one thing that I'm actually in front of all of you right now, because I'm not the greatest with meditation, I'm not going to lie. I want to be, I aspire to be. I won't say I fail very often. I do it less than I do it. So I'm making a commitment in front of all three people watching this live right now.
So great.
That I am going to meditate tonight.
Yes.
Absolutely going to meditate and really just open up that heart resonance and just see what comes.
Yeah.
See what comes. And if nothing comes, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of really, really intense, highly charged electric energy in the air tonight. And there's just like so much potential for, insights and revelations and just preparing and paving. We're paving the way right now for all of these powerful changes that are, they're already underway. They're already occurring.
Yeah.
And within us, they're already occurring and in this process. And, in the universe, like there's so much that happens in the unseen before things become tangible and physical in this reality. And so that process has been well underway for quite a while.
Yeah.
and the whole, what is it? Oh fuck, I'm trying to think of the quote right now. Something like, as soon as we aspire to something, the entire universe conspires to make it happen.
It's true.
So the minute that we have this, we decide and we have that clarity around what we want, the universe starts organizing itself to make that a reality.
Yeah, anything good. Well,
good or bad.
Yeah.
Well, we don't like labels.
Like, wait.
But beneficial. Well, no, because it's all beneficial too.
I know.
Because even if we get something that we don't want, that's contrast.
I know.
And we're learning from that too. We
live in a world of polarity and duality, and it's like really ridiculous to think that everything's going to be all light and love all the time, because we need both.
Yeah, this is true. So. We do. Yeah. So, yeah, just really get down with this energy, however feels good to you tonight. Mm-hmm. And we wish you all a wonderful, wonderful full moon. Thank you for joining us. Mm-hmm. Love and light to you all. Mm-hmm. We absolutely adore.
Yes. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you so much. This was cool. This was interesting.
I know.
It was a nice little trial run. We were a little more. It's nice to see how everything works a little bit, I guess. And yeah.
All right. Happy full moon.
See you later.